We live. Ooh, Riley's first. What's up, y'all? Welcome in, welcome in. Hope everyone's had a great day so far. No complaints here. Except maybe it'd be nice to have slightly better weather. Hasn't been the greatest, but we're getting there. Summer's on the horizon. Welcome in, Crazy, Knife, Riley, Velocity. What's up, everyone? Hoped I hopped in, but didn't type fast enough. Oh, no. Oh, good. All right. I've been looking forward to building all day long. I've just been farming ash cement all day, trying to get ready. What's up, Backwoods? Welcome, welcome. Dang antlions. Put this out. Once it's built, I can start to figure out how to make it better. I wonder if I can build something over it. We'll see. What's the bad part about having a symmetrical base? You said last night to not make it symmetrical. I would just say there's nothing wrong with symmetry. I mean, look at my build right now. It's 100% symmetrical. There's literally nothing that isn't symmetrical about it. But if you build symmetrically, you have to build better details in the base. What's up, Corey? Welcome in. Hope you're feeling better, by the way. Yeah, Riley. So you tend to have to build more interesting bases, in my opinion, when you build symmetrically. So if you build symmetrical buildings that don't necessarily have like fun details, it tends to be kind of boring looking. Doesn't mean that it's a boring build per se. But like the details become 10,000 times more important when you build symmetrically because everything's repeated. So if there's no details, it just becomes very kind of like one-dimensional. And if you build, like a great example will be when I work on this, I'm working on a base tour currently with Luderav. Did the filming this weekend, just got to do all the editing and make the montage, fun little things. But he builds some things symmetrically, but overall I would say the majority of his builds are built just, they're all over, and because of that they tend to just be really visually interesting. Kind of like, because they're not symmetrical and similar, like he just has these crazy details. But hard for some people's brains to work that way. You got any detail tips then? Sorry for asking more questions. That's the whole reason we're streaming builds, man. Don't you worry at all. That is exactly why we're here. Details? It's just like, I mean, these are getting, this level of detail is getting pretty heavily detailed, I would say. You don't need this much detail. It's just the way I like to build personally. But like the perfect example of details here, I've probably said this 100 stinking times, but I'm working on a build tips video. It's a slow process. I need one more build tip because one of the ones I had just, it's not a good enough tip to be useful in the video, and I want to do a good job on it. But like these are the details that I would suggest. If you have a simple base overall, like just add in a second material alone. If you build depth in your walls, like this, it's hard to think this way, but building deep walls, so like there's sort of ins and outs where like this area is deeper than sort of where this throne room, you're able to add in details like this window or like whatever these things are. I don't even know what they are, but they're It's just depth in it, and it helps break up. But everything, I mean, every one of my builds is perfectly symmetrical in some way, except for these towers, really. But like shape-wise, I would say if you can build something non-symmetrical and it's shaped like this, but then use symmetry in the details, it tends to look really nice. It's like a building in just about every game besides Minecraft. Everything else needs help and work. I mean, we all started in Minecraft. That's where I started, so it just takes time. And it honestly, the details with Grounded specifically, I would say come with just learning what you can do with the game. Like, I feel like I can get to this detail now because I've spent so much time building at this point. I just kind of like naturally have a feel for like, oh, this would work here. Like I can just take this, do one of these, like you just get used to it because you know all the parts so well. But just take your time, test ideas. Like this whole build, if you watch the build video that I did for this on my YouTube, this was just like these walls, but pure mushroom, and then just these wood stem windows. That was it. There was nothing else. All the other stuff was added later. So oftentimes you just kind of add the details as you go too. Worried about the infused broodmother? You probably should be. It was hard. RNG, well, now that they fixed the screams, which I guess they're not technically fixed, it's all about RNG and what kind of infused things you get. If you get spicy or sour, it's kind of like, eh. Don't be afraid to start over or just expect to lose. It's hard. Would you start a mega build eventually in Playgrounds? Definitely, definitely. If I have an idea, I think the hard part is I have to spend time in it. I just don't know the parts and pieces and everything. I know I could make something really epic, but I just haven't had like a vision of what, like I tend to do these builds and I'm like, it's survival. So like for me, it's a base, but in Playgrounds, I don't really have a huge interest in doing all the Playgroundsy like developer type build stuff. To make like an adventure map, that's not necessarily how my brain quite works. So I just have to come up with something that's like interesting to me personally that will give me a reason to build in Playgrounds. Like if I could just build some epic stuff in this world, it'd probably feel very different. It's close. Might need some different material. What's up, Oozin? Welcome in. What's up, Timber in chat? Hope everyone is doing well. Welcome in, Chaos. Hope you're having a good night. You too, Oozin. Okay. I guess I should just finish these towers before I get too far ahead of myself. Just start one. Once you start putting some stuff down, the inspiration will come very fast, especially for someone with your creative talents. Appreciate that. Giant medieval tower with a dragon wrapped around the... Oh gosh. I mean, if Grounded could do that. I have seen an epic Capital is a Brazilian Grounded streamer and YouTuber, and they built a super epic dragon. But it's like foundations, so it's more pixel arty, I guess. I don't know the correct word to use for how to describe it. How much does lighting matter? That's like tip number 1 or 2, honestly. The difference between this base currently and what it's gonna look like all lit up is night and day. Yeah, the dragon he did was so amazing, right? So I have never seen anyone build like I build bases and stuff and buildings. He's building like crazy things. It's very good. I need to look at his content again. Like the difference, just the difference between these, just like the depth, it just adds detail, I would say, more than anything. Lighting specifically. But it's if you don't have any lighting, just start putting lighting in and you'll see how much of a difference it makes. It's a huge difference. Lightning. What's his name? Capital? Like El Capital, something similar like that. He did Star Wars Walker as well. Oh, dang, I haven't seen that one. I gotta check that out. But, like, I'd say, like, the difference. Like, look how interesting these look versus how plain those look. And these will have lights at some point too, but it brings, and like you could tell, like the perfect example is as you get closer here and the lights load in, the whole base starts to come to life, in my opinion. It just like you can use the lights to highlight specific details in ways that like, oh, the ash cement now stands out a lot more, but the mushroom bricks become these like glowing beacons. I think on this one, like these lighting things where it's just a crap ton of sap sconces start to make it look really unique and interesting. But like the backlighting and stuff in those I really like, but it tends to look like this is very flat. There's lighting on the inside of my base, but it's just flat and kind of boring overall. Might be a cardinal sin to ask, but should the door be symmetrical or no? Every build is different, honestly. A lot of my stuff would end up symmetrical in some way, shape, or form. But there's absolutely no, like, nothing about a build has to be symmetrical to be good. And like the base tour I'm working on that I'll have hopefully finished up in the next week or two. The outside has a lot of symmetry, but the inside has literally none, and it makes it so fun to run around in. Base building is perfectly symmetrical. I think for some people, like, symmetry is a must, but good design does not need symmetry to be good. Oftentimes, some of the coolest things come from not using symmetry. Symmetry is easier, though. Yeah, Velocity's got it. Just depends on the build. What does Corporate Kickback do? It just gives you a massive healing randomly. The only issue with Corporate Kickback is it's very random. It just procs at a random time. So it can be a little tough to rely on. But overall, it's a good perk. I use it all the time. Let's just do this, actually. Compare the two. It doesn't have to be ash, specifically, Riley. I think using more than one material... I think every build should have more than one material. Should it be ash cement? That just depends on the build itself. But, like, I really like the look of ash cement with mushroom and weed stems. Because the ash cement has weed stems in it, and the contrast between the two, mushroom brick and ash cement things, just look better. Flooring doesn't really matter. I just use burr floors because I think they look the best, and I don't like the gaps that you can see through the floor. But honestly, I've seen grass and clover and weed stem builds that look just as cool as mine. It just kind of is a build by build situation, I think, which probably doesn't help you like a ton in your question. But I'd say that, like, there's nothing that's like has to be something a certain way to be good. Oftentimes just randomness. Dude, what am I pressing the wrong button for? Looks a little less heavy, which is kind of nice. I don't hate that. If it fits your build, why not? We try out some materials to mix it with. I got fall immunity. I keep pressing A to pull off a tuft. Oh. Honestly, that would be a really good trinket. Like the quickness, sprint distance, and fall immunity, or whatever it's called. Yeah. Luckily, they tufts are pretty cheap to get, but if you want to build with ash, you're going to want to be in custom with resource respawn boosted. It definitely helps. Definitely helps. That was a game changer for me. You're still collecting it, but it's just like, there's no reason for ash cement to be on a 5-day spawn time versus weed stems. Dang it, wrong buttons. Whoa. Too close. Okay. Chill. I'm gonna have to move those. I'm gonna have to make a teleporter room here or something. Through the hole, Nat. What else? What day is May 2nd? in the week, Thursday. That's my birthday. We'll have a birthday stream on Thursday, y'all. And my mother-in-law is coming for the weekend. She'll be here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so I should be able to potentially stream a little bit earlier. Not totally sure if we're gonna like do dinner or something, so I will make no promises about starting earlier, but there's potential that I might start closer to like 7 or something. At least one of the nights I will. Got the trinket with fall immunity and final goo. That's not bad. It's hard, like, I want all these different trinkets, but they're gonna be really hard to get now. I want like a perfect trinket for each. You almost need a perfect trinket for every different thing you want to do in the game. Unfortunately, you can't just have like one that does all of it. Be a little flexible. Happy early birthday. Okay, now I'll be back. Sounds good, crazy. I turned 30 in 2 hours. I can feel my body dying. Ain't it the truth? Just make sure you stretch every day. You won't regret it. Biggest piece of turning 30-year-old advice that I can offer. Of course, velocity. I mean, so many people are from completely different parts of the world, and I am naturally on the worst time zone for everyone. It's super late for everyone else, so I would love to start streaming at 7 every day, but difficult currently. I can finally fix my car. My water pump exploded, and I finally have money. I know the feeling. Not about the water pump specifically, but saving money to fix things. Crazy's already just trolling us. Okay, I'll be back. Wait, now I'm going. Okay, never mind. I'll be back. I'm still 10 years away. Live it up while you can. You only get older. I got a mantis trinket, but I don't think I have to use it yet. I have a decent mantis and wasp queen one. It's just a salty damage one. That's pretty good. But now I need damage resist on everything. Stay off my lawn, you dang kids. My dog, or me and my wife's dog, is 12, and I swear he is the epitome of the old cranky man that wants everyone off of his lawn. It just seems like he sits at the window screaming at everyone to get off his lawn. Not bad. Not bad. I like it better. It's a very minor detail. But I like it. So close to buying my car. Nice, Riley. For me, 7 or 7:30 won't matter. They're both too late. Right. Larva gold card on an infused one. Nice. I got utterly shreked by some larva earlier today. I was just trying to work on getting some milk molars and went down into the upper yard where the larva area is and got destroyed. They were angry. Excuse you? What about this is supporting 3? That's not how this works. Fall down to the bottom. Dang it. That was dumb. Finally got loot look on a trinket that combined with the section expert and stuffed black ox beetle for easy cones. Nice. I guess I've gotten really, really worthless trinkets with loot look on it. Not worth using. I haven't been farming the trinkets very much though, which looking back I wish I would have. Why did I do that? Dang it. Move, curved, wall, it'll fall. Seems fun. There was a visual glitch that, I mean, was supposed to be fixed. Who knows if it has or not. That was causing problems where it would just say that everything was going to collapse, and sometimes it was collapsing though. Curious what the devs will do with the feedback. Every time they have... I have yet to complain about the end result. Doesn't mean it always gets there as quickly as some of us would like, but I feel like everything up until... Oh no. Dang it. I gotta go get it. Everything up until this point in the game has turned out amazingly well. So I have a feeling they're gonna kill it, no matter what. I mean, just the damage resist trinket that they changed. Welcome, pool party. Thank you for coming in and hanging out. Yeah, the red anthill's not bad for farming trinkets and stuff too. I haven't found anything super consistent yet. Had to look at that for a little longer to know. The ash resource will fall. Oh, you're saying this. Haha! Good call. Efficiency at its finest. I've been watching the videos, I've been trying to catch a stream. I'm guessing you're in a very different time zone. Seems to be a lot of people's struggle. Stream too late. No, for sure not. I have trust, although I must say that this update did feel a bit rushed with all the same exact weapons. Just remodel, but they would probably make it worth it. I actually was thinking through... Sorry, some of these songs are goofy. I was looking through and trying to understand some of PlayStation's rules. Laura Russian, hello everyone. Hope all is well. Welcome in, welcome in. Thanks for hanging out. One of the big things that I think a lot that was overlooked and probably why it feels rushed is PlayStation, and take this with a grain of salt because I don't know if this is 100% the issue, but I do know that they have a 3-month period where you can't change anything in the game once it's going to be released. So they couldn't do any, that's why we didn't get any updates of any kind for, I mean, longer than 3 months, but they couldn't change anything. And I have a feeling that a public test server falls within that realm of you can't release content for people beforehand. And so they probably couldn't do a test server, which I think would have resolved like 90% of these issues that they're having, and it would feel better. But I have a feeling that that's large in part because of the whole PlayStation edition and how strict they are with releasing new games on their system. Can't quote that 100%. Interesting. Not sure. Oop. Yeah, that's right. Well, thanks for stopping in, pool party, Laura, everyone. Definitely fun having everyone hang out. Please feel free to ask any questions or whatever. PlayStation really holds games back that are multi-platform. They're definitely seems like tough to work with, for sure. Very strict in their rules, and I have a feeling that had a very big impact on this release. I don't know. I'm going to do the infused brood mother. Wish me luck. You got it. No problem. I mean, it took me like 10 tries, but you got it. That would make this look better. Huh. I don't hate it. I didn't like the chandelier very much. It's kind of a nice detail. I just love these triangle blocks. They're so good. Guess who's back? Back again. Shady's back. I have a question. Never mind, I forgot. You know, you're going to be the vice president pretty soon here. You keep this up. I spilled. I feel like this is more unique for this build, but this matches the rest of the build better. I'll have to look at it for a little while and see which one I like more. They're both better than nothing. I am leaning towards this, but maybe slightly changed. Do you get all the materials for this, or is it just infinite? I do collect all of these. The only difference is I play in a custom world, because the handy nat was not available previously. It's available in New Game Plus 1 now, but when they added it in 1.2, you couldn't use it. And to build this ridiculously tall thing, the handy nat I needed it. So I switched to custom, and then the top of this base got attacked by wasps, so I turned off faction raids because I couldn't protect it because it's so big at this point. And if I'm all the way over here and I like slept over at that base, so I was getting attacked over there, it was just ruining my life. So I have faction raids turned off. I have the handy nat turned on, which once you get to New Game Plus is available in regular survival, so that's the same. And then I have resource respawning turned up, so things like lint and charcoal spawn every day instead of every 5 days now. But that's I changed that about a week before the 1.4 update came out. So a lot of this I was just collecting endlessly. Just every hour of every day it felt like I was farming material. But surprisingly, you can get stuff pretty fast in this game. It's not amazing. Yeah, velocity. I had struggles with the brood mother, but I killed the and the mantis kicked my butt pretty bad. I was not properly prepared for that, but I killed the wasp queen on the first try. Wasp poison got you for a quarter health. I hate to build. Your base look really good. Thank you, Reaper. Appreciate it. Hope you're having a good day. Wish you could build like you do. Your builds are amazing. Love them. Thank you. I appreciate that. And honestly, everyone can build like this. It just takes a lot of time and effort. It looks crazier than it is. Oftentimes it's just sitting there and looking at it, and really I think part of the reason it looks easy is because I just have done so much building in this game that I am really comfortable with the build system and the materials overall, so I just kind of have like a natural feel at this point, but it didn't always happen this quickly. And all of these builds have started off as just a really simple box. I mean, all of these towers were just laying it out, so I think it was interesting, and then they were all mushroom, and then I changed the details one stream, and then next stream I changed all of them again. Just like a willingness to iterate is probably the best suggestion I can give. Because oftentimes it's never right on the first try. Alright, I tried to play survival, but I caved and went back to playgrounds. Hey, some people just prefer that style. I personally love survival, but that's because I like taking breaks from my builds and having some like grind to do. I've always enjoyed that part of it because I get to keep playing. I love the story of this game so much too that makes it really easy. I feel like the gate needs a bit more detail. I haven't even touched the gate yet. There's so much work to be done there. I'm just getting the towers in these little spots done where I feel like they're at a good level. This is gonna totally change. The only detail of the front that I actually like currently is these Moldork statues. Everything else is gonna 100% change. Massively. And probably these windows will stay similar. But everything else is gonna totally change. It'll probably have a lot more craziness to it, like this does. And like this is gonna pop out probably this far and have a bunch of fun details in it. Lots to do. Playing with the statues, yeah, they look really nice. I probably shouldn't build all this actually. Maybe it's like a couple levels. The statues are really cool. I really like them. They were a really good addition, especially for like big buildings like this. Allows you to make way more interesting things. This is just another detail, just like the mant braziers. You can only do so much with just walls, but once you can start adding stuff like this, it makes the builds way cooler. So I like my favorite part of this build is this upper portion of this tower, because it's got all these little, it's got like the fish statues, the broodmother things underneath, stairs and stuff. Some of these are like the foundation or the scaffolding pieces and stuff. But you can only go so far with just walls. Never gonna make a second tower at the sandcastle. Are you ever gonna make a second tower at the sandcastle? That's the second tower. One tower? Two tower. I don't really have any other towers. It's just gonna be, this is a big build, and then this is all gonna be like houses and buildings and stuff throughout the rest of this. Is the plan so far. And then if we ever finish that, oh, and this bathhouse, but this isn't gonna be very tall. I like the tops of the towers. Me too. That was like one of my favorite. These parts of the towers are when it really started coming together. They're really fun. And it all started from this little simple thing and seeing like a Valheim build. Let's say 3D, like another one of the small tower. Probably not. I'm pretty happy with how this looked. This back tower is gonna have to become something. I don't know what it is yet. It's just my base currently where I build everything out of, which is needed, but it doesn't look good. So that's gonna totally change at some point. But I don't think there'll be any like, this is probably the next, there's not gonna be any buildings as big as this afterwards. We'll see how it, be right back again. I didn't know you were actually back. But you never kind of know what's gonna happen. Sometimes the builds will just happen. If I get an idea, you never know. Never say never. There's always potential for something to happen. It's here 50% of the stream. Hey, it all works. I mean, he used to go to sleep and then come back every 20 minutes. He's kind of stopped that, surprisingly. My question is how y'all voted in a president that sleeps on the job so much. He's never going to be here to fight for your needs and your rights. And I like the tops of this building too. Thank you. I'm very happy with how this build is turning out so far. I'm really liking it. Started off a little rough, but as soon as I kind of got that like hit of inspiration, it's really turned around. Cool, cool, cool. The Weevils are the president. He's retired. She had a sliver of health and she had poison. Oh man, you'll get it. Where'd my cursor go? What the heck? Apparently the handy net just doesn't want to have the cursor anymore. Cool. Sometimes grounded. Silly game. Press escape once, or the Windows button. No. It's an in-game client issue, I think. Notice it happens a bit. I parry about half of her attacks. If you use, maybe you have the finale goo or the giddy goop trinket, can be really helpful in this fight. If you can get a finale goo, like finale fury trinket, oof, you're golden. She attacks. Honestly though, it's almost harder because she attacks so slow. First time I got it, I was like, this will be easy. and then I was like, it's actually such a different attack pattern, it was harder. The Terminite Armor does work too. It does have a lot of resistance, which is nice as well. There we go. Hey, you know me from somewhere? I'm kinda crazy? What is happening? Is this your twin brother? Or are we getting super trolled? That's right. You went from kinda crazy to I'm kinda crazy. Or someone else is trying to assume the role of president and doesn't think we'll catch an imposter. Over there. Well, now do I call you I'm or kinda or crazy? Or am I gonna have to be like, yo, crazy, I'm kinda crazy? Now you're creating problems I don't know how to answer. Dude, click the right button, you goober. The Widow Armor is coming in clutch. It is very good in that fight. The ads are the hardest thing in the whole fight, honestly, so makes it a lot easier having that. That's not right. This is my alt account. Just in case kinda crazy wasn't good enough. Why did you change your name? That's kinda crazy. Back to this. Y'all were crazy in the Discord today, by the way. I didn't even know what I was... Every time I came back, there's just some ridiculous new thread going on that I'm like, how did we change subjects to this? Y'all are silly. There we go. Now you're just messing with us. Fun fact, we just got put in tornado warning where I'm at. Ooh, man. Good luck. Well, I'll be here for a while to entertain. Wouldn't want you getting bored. To be honest, the name is good marketing. Thing you'll say kinda crazy. Gonna remind him. Oops. Sitting in the basement. Sitting on the toilet. What? I don't know why that popped in my head. This guy's a weirdo. Quick, go to a tent outside. Oh, jeez. No feeling, Riley. Live in Oklahoma. Oh, man. I don't think I would have any interest living in an area where I have to worry about that. Just sounds like a bad time. We get like earthquake warnings every once in a while, but 32 years here in Oregon and I've never had any like legit issue, so actually that was right. This is wrong. He's taking out his competition. supposed to go outside during a tornado? Depends on what your goal is. Excuse you, sir? Alright, fine. I'll go get some ash cement. I don't know. If you insist, game. And then you go inside for a house fire. It sounds like your parents raised you right, honestly. I'm glad someone taught you these important skills and knowledge. Watched one touchdown in the distance last week. Crazy. See you. I mean, really, he should be trying to take out Velocity. Velocity is his vice president. He's the only person standing in his way from total and complete power. Pretty far away. If you can see it from your house, it's too close for me. But can you trust crazy? That's the question. We'll see. You say that now. You never know. Just tried to kill his competition. Like to be treasurer? I mean, as long as the community's good with it. We don't have a whole lot to work with right now in terms of money management. I don't even have like, I don't even know if there's like channel points or anything for YouTube. So many random things to figure out still. 162, nice. I actually did work today. Wasn't totally worthless. That is all safely under control. Point them in the right direction. Circle. And a cool way to display stuff bugs so I can go grab buffs off of them. That's kind of what I've been... I mean, I got the museum, but it's not like the most efficient way to do it. So I've been working on really simple little towers or bases at all the boss locations. Just since I'm going to be going there a decent amount since it's New Game Plus. But I haven't designed a very good little base. At some point I want to do a like small build series on YouTube. Knife with the $5. Thank you, I appreciate that. First super on a live stream. Let's go, y'all. Thank you, I really appreciate that, man. For the treasury. Alright, you manage that money well. You have a lot riding on your shoulders now. Love it. Thank you though, Knife. That's really generous, man. I really appreciate that. Y'all know the atomic bomb rule, right? We use that for tornadoes distance. I mean, yeah, I watched the new Fallout show. I know all about it. Pressure got real. Don't spend it all in one place. Make it last. Did you put it in my retirement fund? The sooner I can legit retire, the more I can just stream every day, you know? Hamilton? What? Dang it. I keep doing that. Everyone is so helpful, so I had to my first time doing it. I appreciate that. That means a lot. I am planning on working out something to offer for channel memberships. I'm just not sure what that is quite yet. I have to figure out something good to give you guys so it even makes sense. It's easier on Twitch, so I gotta kind of figure out the ins and outs of YouTube a little bit further. Not like I haven't streamed on Twitch or anything, but using it as much as I have, I just have a general idea of what you can do with it. Dude, how many times am I gonna press G and then teleport through? Oy vey. Get it together. Feed questions. What are the respawns for Lint and Burr? Burr is 24 in-game hours, and Lint is 5 days. Math that one out. Oozing with the 10? Holy cow, y'all are crazy. What? Holy cow, you guys have doubled my YouTube profits in no time. Fusion, you got work to do, man. Are you up for all this responsibility? Y'all, but thank you. You guys are awesome. Wow, and velocity? Dude, you guys are crazy. What is this? Treasury's pumping. Seriously though, guys, thank you so much. Get my wife some lunch tomorrow. I would if I had money on my phone. No worries at all. Have a drink for your birthday on me. I will. Don't you worry about that. Thank you though. I appreciate it. Y'all are awesome. Couldn't do it without y'all hanging out here. And Riley, no worries at all. No one, you don't have to spend any money in the stream if you don't want to. It is absolutely appreciated, but there's no need for it. Just be here, hype it up, and have fun. Time to start budgeting for your 401k. We might retire, guys. We could do it. We just need to replace my income at my job, and then I'll stream 8 hours a day. Whoa, how'd you do that loading thing? What the heck? Like I said in the beginning, happy streamer is a happy chat. Ain't that the truth? Try to keep those vibes high for y'all. Whoa, Joshua 2, I wish your map could be downloadable to play on. I mean, there's potentials if I look through some of the ability to offer some things, but holy cow, Joshua, thank you. I really appreciate that. Seriously, it means a lot. Y'all are crazy. Buffalo. I would give more, but I'm kind of low on money. No, no worries, man. You don't have to give anything. You guys' presence is more than enough. But man, thank you, Joshua. Thank you, Oozin. Thank you, Knife. Thank you, Velocity. Seriously, you guys are awesome. And Fusion, what the heck is going on, you guys? What is happening? With the $2.99, thank you, dude. Seriously, you guys are awesome. Josiah. Oh, Josiah. I added an U in there, but my bad. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, you guys are crazy. Love it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. yeah, I just have to make enough money to retire, and then I'll just do this all day. And I can stream at a better time for everyone. It isn't just focused on my West Coast time. I'd love to be able to do it more consistently. Because I've definitely had a ton of fun hanging out with everyone and having people come in and ask questions and just have people to hang with while I'm playing. Normally I just sit and play while I watch a stream, so it's very fun to have people to chill with, share the excitement with. Two more towers to go. We're getting close. What did I do on the inside? I guess I need to do the same thing. But yeah, Josiah, I was saying, sorry, one sec. Just wondering which is best path to go down for the tier 3 axe and the tier 3 hammer. Mine is only a level 5 at the moment. Not sure which is the best. Some people prefer salty on the hammer just because there's some enemies that are weak against busting and salty, but personally I just go mighty path. There's not every weapon and thing in the game is going to be better off. The only option that is semi-useful is spicy on the axe, because then you can choose, you can make it so you can like cook food with it. So other than that, there's not really a good or best path, like, because they're not gonna be as good as the end game combat weapons anyways. So yeah, sour salty hammer, spicy axe are about the only options, but mighty is totally fine too. It's not gonna make a huge difference. The president won't last long. Welcome in, Dan. I don't even know where the president went. He's hiding. Good luck, Timber Builds in chat. Thank you, Pull the Trigger. Hope you're having a good evening. What did who say? You said the president won't last long. Are you planning a secret hit? Watch your back, crazy. Unless he already pulled the hit and he's gone. We'll never see crazy again. But Josiah, I was saying, I'm gonna offer some type of channel membership at some point. I just kind of have to figure out what is gonna be the best option with the content that I currently make. So I'm not 100% sure what that's gonna equate to, but there's possibilities of having like builds or something like that. A lot of other builders in different games that do YouTube have offerings like that, or like blueprints and stuff. I'm just not sure how I'm gonna go about it yet. My only worry is always like someone's just gonna start like trying to make content off of my stuff, which I guess maybe just a little paranoia. That's why I haven't really sent it out to anyone specifically to date. But you never know. Someone needs to call in the Weevil service. Subs don't need any extra content. I don't think it's needed. Your support, you support it or not. I mean, I like the idea of giving people something. I know it's not needed, but I like offering something. Like, at least with Twitch, there's like Twitch Primes, so it's like you don't really have to, you get it for free. So it's like I always do Twitch Primes, but I don't really do anything else. But I'd like to offer people something, so it's at least like semi worth the money. I know it's like supporting me, so I get some people just want to do that. Sure, but I would buy it either way. I appreciate that. I like offering value in things is all. If I can offer something, I would rather offer something than nothing, even if you guys don't necessarily want it, just because I think it's cool. And I'm sure I'll come up with something interesting. I just haven't had the time to really think it all through yet. Don't need to call anybody. boss was in the room where it happened. He has gone silent. Now I'm getting worried for him now. Dan might have pulled off the most silent hit anyone's ever heard. Or not heard, I guess. I can't do the broodmother just yet. Need to get yoked. You got it. It literally took me 10, 15 tries probably. I got utterly destroyed by the broodmother the first couple times. And honestly, half of it is just the RNG, because if she's got the spicy staff or the sour staff, it's just kind of nuts. I mean, I feel like all the bosses are semi-RNG at this point. It'll help when the screams get fixed. Free and crazy and flee and secret tunnel style. To the heli. Last one was shocking. Not as bad, but I mean, still does a ton of damage, so. Just gonna build these parts out until I figure out the rest of the design, because they all at least do this. And we'll get back to interesting fun building once these last two towers are finished up. What does your wife thinks of you streaming? I think she thinks it's fun. She pops in and just watches the chat every once in a while just to see what is happening and how things are going. But she likes that. She's not as big into video games, but she definitely enjoys video games as well. So she thinks it's been a fun little process. She enjoys that I enjoy it more than anything, I think. And I mean, you guys are halfway to paying my rent this month. Holy cow. We're funding my child's college fund. Should have brought my Coltana. Uh-oh, chat behave. No, she doesn't care. You'd never know. She's never gonna like say anything. She lurks in between watching TikToks and stuff, or her movie. I think if we didn't, she'd enjoy it even more if we didn't have a 1-year-old. Like if I was doing this, or at least started it earlier before we had a kid, because it wouldn't be as difficult. Yes, she is definitely a W wife. Ain't that the truth? Hey. There we go. I wish I would have started this before we had a kid and got a little more established, because I could have been going ham beforehand. She used to be way busier with work. She's starting a new marketing position, which I think is going to make her a lot busier, and she's probably going to have to work into the evenings a little bit more, so I might be slightly more freed up as well. W Timber. I definitely need to get like a timber cam so everyone can see my pup, because that's what the logo and the channel is based off of. My cute doggy. Wasn't in the room where it happened. You should get her on stream one day. It's a possibility. It's gonna take some coaxing. It's not quite her comfort zone. Has anyone like alerted the police to Dan's mischievousness? Interesting. Why did these clip through? Does that do anything? It's kind of interesting. It's kind of a nice detail, but I don't know. This is how building works in this game. You just accidentally do things, and you go, huh, that's kind of cool. I think Crazy's dead. He gone. We will never see his likes again. Where's the proof? I haven't heard from him in... Like that clip though. It works, right? I didn't even know you could do that. You learn something new every day in this game building. Break all sorts of things, doing lots of builds. 90% of the things I come up with are just like accidents. Just placing weird things down. My wife beat the brood mother YouTube title. Oh man, it'd be a struggle. I'd have to like hide her in a corner and beat it by myself. She's not a combat game person, although she really enjoyed Don't Starve Together, but she just turned off all the bosses and played the game without it. She's also insanely good at Don't Starve Shipwreck for some reason. I don't know where she got that one from. She can get way further in that game than I can for some reason. That's not right either. There we go. I'm back. YouTube freaked out. No worries, no worries. Is this all survival? KCG, welcome in. Technically it's custom, but I do collect everything. The only things I have changed are the Handy Natch turned on, which is available in New Game Plus 1. I have faction raids turned off just because it's too hard to defend these bases at this point, and I did it for almost 1,000 days and I got tired of it. And then I turned the resource spawning up. So pretty much the only thing that changes with resource spawning for the stuff I do is ash cement and lint spawn in 1 day instead of 5. But that was a very, very recent change. I built my entire Pagoda base and everything over there before I even turned that. This is the only build where it's made any difference at this point. I've missed your live streams this week, but I've been watching the uploads. I finally caught you live tonight. Well, thank you for coming in. Definitely appreciate it. And glad you can catch them afterwards. It's awesome that people are willing to watch it even not live. Well, you're blowing my mind tonight. Also, thank you again for that donation earlier. You're the best. This looks amazing. Thank you. I am very happy with how this build is turning out. Honestly, was not expecting it. Just kind of took legs all of a sudden and started turning into something really cool. I am very happy with it so far. It's been a lot of fun. Once you get into these details, it's like the planning of all this, like placing everything down. I moved everything up 2 blocks. Placed these things, moved them all up 2 blocks, changed the distance, screwed up the symmetry of the whole thing. And then as soon as I started building the first tower, it's like that's when it starts to get really interesting. But that original like legwork that you have to put in laying things out and coming up with the design can tend to be hard. But once you get past that part, building becomes super fun. Get in there. Keep screwing this up. Can you check out Discord for a sec and tell me if that detailing looks better? Yeah. 1 sec. Sorry, can we inconvenience you? No worries. Oh yeah. Chaos Post, dude. If you're not in the Discord, you should definitely join. I will link it real fast. We have a ton of fun people in there doing a lot of fun builds. People are showing off all their different builds or different inspiration. Shoot a picture that's a little bit further out, Riley, just so I can see it. I think you're on the right path. I just want to see it from a little further away. Been a fan since your build in the pond with the rainbow roads a year ago. Holy cow. Incorporating your builds around structures was such a nice touch. I can definitely tell you do this for a living. I wish I did this for a living. That would be epic. I mean, y'all are trying with tonight with all the donos. That's been crazy. But I do have a lot of fun doing this. Building in this game is just really enjoyable for me. Oops. Muffled screaming is heard in the background, followed by a light bulb shattering. What are you doing to Crazy? Now I am afraid for him. Subathon. I mean, if y'all can convince my wife, I wouldn't protest at all. You don't have to convince me to play a bunch of Grounded for people. Thought you had an architecture background. I do. I got a degree in architecture and worked at an architecture firm for almost 10 years. From like an intern all the way to finishing school, and then a little bit after that. And then I decided that I wanted to do other things with my life. As fun as architecture was, it was a never-ending grind. I got off for the night so I can tomorrow. No worries, Riley. I will be on the Discord tomorrow for sure to check it out. You can just ping me directly and I'll take a look. He's got another job, but he does this in the background pretty much. I'm a sales manager for an architectural site furnishings company. As exhilarating as that is, it's just a very chilled, laid-back job where I make decent money. Not gonna be a millionaire anytime soon, but I get to live a lot more life, spend a bunch of time with my son. So overall, it's been a great move for me so far. But it is not playing Grounded for a living, so there's that. I'm sure this is more fun. It's 100% more fun. No waiting. Well, I got the next days off from work. Nice. You gonna be beating all the New Game Pluses then? I expect you to be on New Game Plus by the end of the week then. Or New Game Plus 10. Sorry. Stop working 3 to 9 p.m. shifts. Oof. I work 8:30 to about 4-ish every day, Monday through Friday. And then I go pick up my kiddo and we hang out for a couple hours before my wife gets home. Maybe New Game Plus 2, that wouldn't be bad. Clipping in YouTube is buggy. Like making a clip of a specific part of the stream. I think I remember See-Through talking about clipping being a pain on YouTube. Whereas in like Twitch, if someone clips it, it just gets like added to the list. So I could just go back after stream. I'm not sure if we've had any like great moments that are clippable yet, per se. Maybe a couple funny ones, but I would like to start paying attention to that a bit more too. Make some YouTube shorts out of stuff from the stream. Would definitely be a good move. I have a handful of YouTube shorts that I wanted to send the clip in the chat. I have a couple YouTube shorts that I need to get made here soon. Just like some funny ones. Got like a whack an aphid idea. Just for crazy. And I was enjoying the little build tips that I was doing as well. I just need to come up with more build tips. Especially because they patched one of mine and it doesn't work anymore. It's such a good addition too. You're the only streamer I've stuck with for more than a week now? Dude, that's awesome. I appreciate that. Glad I can be entertaining. I tend to jump around with streamers too as well, so I know the feeling. But when you find someone that's enjoyable, it definitely can make a night a lot more enjoyable. Like every morning. I'm out of ash wall already? Dang. I knew this build was gonna do this. I had like 200 earlier. I have to do ash cement runs during all of these every time I switch the day now. Whack-a-weevil is a better idea. And then I'll piss off the president, though. I don't want to piss off the president. And I gotta say, I think I'm on Team Weevil as well. Have you ever seen a weevil swimming in the water? Trying not to drown? It's like the most adorable little, like, moment you've ever seen. Aphids. What did they patch? I'll show you. I was talking to someone about it last night that joined the stream that was trying to replicate it, and I had noticed yesterday I was fighting an antlion and they destroyed it and I couldn't rebuild it, and I was like, wait a second, what? But you can no longer do this. So these are either burr floors or pebblet foundation ramps, and you could clip them, not clip them, you could just place them on top of the pebblet ramps, and it just made like a really nice road texture. Oh crap. Get out of here. Don't you destroy that? Get out of there. He's trying to do me dirty right now. We went through this yesterday. Oh my gosh. Why is it always two? Oh, just stop. Why? Okay, cool. Yep, we did it. Good job, guys. Dude, why do they always have explosive? Killing me. I'll rebuild that later, I guess. Dude, they're all infused right now. I've never had more than one infused one like that. Go away. You destroy my life. Ay, ay, ay. That's fine, I didn't vote for him. Did the Java-matic. Probably gonna make my stump hut / base soon. Nice, Fancy. Welcome in, by the way. Hope you're having a good day. The new president won't like weevils. See, you keep telling me that the president's not dead, but I haven't heard from him in a while now. It's not someone you can somewhat talk to? What? I have no clue if you could send links or not. Most annoying creature. Ugh. Well, right now, antlions. 100%. They're driving me nuts. They're really easy until they're infused with bombs, and then they blow everything up. It was literally a joke trying to fighting them. They do a little bit of a damage, but until New Game Plus 2, they were like, they did nothing. And now all of a sudden, they have so many infusions that they're just wrecking life. I'm gonna have to like find a way to trap them all in huts. Similar to the way I did the other ones. I have like 4 of them trapped that don't really bother me at all. But yeah, probably antlions right now, just because they're the only thing that attacks a base while they attack. Everything else just attacks you directly, and so it's not, unless it's like they have some spicy infusion or something, then you're screwed no matter what at this point. But the antlions, like if they have spicy, they just destroy everything, which is really frustrating. I haven't had to deal with that before. The space wasn't a problem at all before New Game Plus. I'm sure I'll figure out some way to circumvent it. Oops. Probably put those away. The same, I jump around a lot and find that jumping a lot, you get around background quicker. I'm also just a spaz. I really enjoy the movement in this game, so it's just fun. I'm just obsessed with like jumping around in this game for some reason. Very few games feel as like fluid. This Scarabs are easy, you just need a spicy staff. Kill those all day. Not much ash cement, but it's enough to get started. Sent the clip in Discord. Nice. Right, Reaver? It just feels good. Especially when I can't play the game without the aphid slippers, the quickness on a trinket, and natural explorer. It feels horrible now. Can't stop trying to use a tuft when I have the trinket. I mean, there's nothing wrong with using it. I need to go destroy all this stuff too. But you're just semi-wasting them. Honestly, you should probably just take them out of your inventory, and it won't matter. Then you don't even have to think about it. Fall defense option on a trinket would be good. Like quickness, fall immunity. Hard to decide between, like, there's so many options that would be good with it. Sprint distance. I really like my lifesteal trinket. It's nice having. Currently I have the trickle regen on mine is worthless, but it has the quickness and lifesteal, so I can just fight normal enemies and just face tank everything and don't even have to try. Does anyone know what a quick trip is? Isn't that like a gas station, like, store? Little convenience store, I guess. It's better than, not a gas station, but convenience store. When I have them, it's just muscle memory trying to use them. Anyway, I'm headed off. It's 6:20, so time to maybe get some sleep. Definitely. Thank you for the stream and content always. Next week, I got my money from work, so I'll be able to send some more love. Dude, no worries if you don't. Don't feel like you have to at all. I very much appreciate the donation today, too. But do not feel like you have to donate. You got a life, you got money, and bills for yourself, so you gotta save for your retirement, too. But I appreciate you hanging out for the night and hope you get some sleep. Don't be like crazy and show up in 20 minutes. I couldn't sleep, I'm back. Showing up in 30. Dan's over here just like he hasn't he hasn't incriminated himself yet, but at the same time he's definitely the #1 suspect. I don't think there's any way around that. Because I haven't heard from the Presidente in a while now. We do have a vice president and a treasurer. But now the treasurer's gone quiet too, which has me worried. He's slowly coming after our funding and everything. He's got a coup going on. Yeah, you gotta stay strong there, Velocity. He doesn't sleep though. He just says he's gonna sleep and then he always comes back. The thing I'm more worried about is that he normally says, I'm gonna go to sleep, and then he doesn't. The Vice is leaving and he may not come back. That's the scary thing. Yeah, whatever. Not even worth doing it like that. Plan's coming full circle. I mean, I guess if you have something to offer to the chat like Crazy does, then you can be a president too. I'll be worried. I have a feeling we'll hear from you bright and early on the Discord though. Luckily everyone lives in totally different places. Wait, I was busy budgeting. Fusion's doing work. Crazy's off sleeping. The vice president's gonna go take a nap. At least our treasurer's looking after our financial futures. What would we do without him? I was doing these details too. Oops. Get in there. My buddy just hopped on Grounded, so I'll catch you later. Thanks for streaming. Dude, thank you so much for that donation, by the way. Really appreciate it. Hope you have a good time in your Grounded Let's Plays. Whatever you're going for. I hope it turns out. Works well for you. I do miss some multiplayer Grounded. Although it was glitchy and weird, it was some of the funniest gaming moments I've ever had with some of my friends. Just complete chaos the whole time. We're on New Game Plus 2 so far. Nice. That's where I am as well. Probably don't need that. It's a good spot. Difficult, but not horrible. You're telling me all I need is something to offer? Well, and you gotta get rid of the president and the vice president. I also have a huge amount of dead grass I'm chopping down. I know the feeling. I did that for a long time. I chopped down all the grass over here. I mean, crazy is a meme. It is true. Wouldn't expect anything else, though. I chopped all this down. Chopped all the grass over there down. If I build anywhere else, I'll probably chop that down. But we got builds out here. There's a lot of work to do in this area. Lots of work to be done. But he's asking if you can use the handy nat without losing access. Yes, in New Game Plus 1, it's unlocked for everyone. Devs did me dirty. They added it after I switched to custom, so I can't get the last 6 or so achievements. But yes, it should be available in survival once you're in New Game Plus. So if you're in 2, you should have it. You just have to go into the build wheel, and I'm not sure if you're on console or keyboard and mouse. It's G, but it'll tell you down here. Same with PlayStation controller, whatever it is. I'm not sure if you can have 2 nats or not, though. That's the question. I've never had multiplayer. You 100% can, actually. The devs did it when they were in my build for a little while. Cutting down by the termite burrow. Just want the burrs. That's exactly what I did. Here. Cleared all of this out just to be able to get the burrs. There you go. Corey's got your back. This is what I did to make burrs easier. You do have to be careful. Some of them no longer respawn because some of these are too close and I've been too lazy to go back and fix it. So if you build things too close, it'll stop the spawns of some other things. Oh, knife's the senator now. Best place to find burrs is, in my opinion, right here. This is probably the highest density with the closest amount. Veto all the builds. Yeah, I would say here. I am working, it's been a slow process just because I have, I think, more important videos, but I do have a burr video similar to my lint collecting video. It's just a lot more parts because I'm showing 3 areas that are good. I would say this area is the #1 go-to for me just because everything's condensed into the smallest area. Around the haze, there's actually quite a few of them, and if you run sort of around this area, kind of go where the stink bugs are, then through here, there's a bunch through here, a couple over here as well, some stuff in the haze area, and then as well. Probably second best spot, quantity-wise, is the stuff in the upper yard. It's just a pain comparatively to get, because there's so many enemies, and they fly all over the place, they roll really far, they all roll into very specific places, but they're a little more... Dude, stop that. Not quite chill enough. Does dry grass not respawn? Everything respawns if you cut the bottom, the little stump of grass, and dry grass, they will not respawn. Yeah, knife's got it. Weed stems, though, and burr will always respawn no matter what if you chop any part of them down. But at some point I will have a guide on the farming routes I take for burrs. And I have, I think, all the filming done for a crow feather tutorial, but that's gonna take so much editing to get done. It makes me want to cry how much I need to get done on that one to do it all. It's so many clips because there's so many feather spawns. But eventually I'll get it posted. I don't know when though. Never enough time in the day. They do I already have a lint one. It was the first video I ever made. It's got like 60,000 views for some reason. I kind of need to do... It's like, I'm tempted to do an updated lint one, but at the same time, like, they added like 10 new spawn locations, and the majority of them, the only real difference is there's a couple right as you enter the undershed, the pipe where the field station is, there's a couple going this way, and then there's a bunch more back behind the Black Widow. I do have a pretty good route for that, I would say. But the majority of the additions, they just added more in the same areas they already spawned. So it's like, definitely wouldn't say it wouldn't be useful, but I feel like might be worth prioritizing other things over an updated lint video, even though it'd be really easy to make. I just have to do it, you know. But there is, like, you can get over 250 lint now from one run. So you can definitely get a lot more. These guys are stinkers. What if I destroy this? Just... They can't even get me, can they? Oh, there we go. Oh, I need better armor. You stay together so I can kill you both at the same time. Yeah, come on, man. I might just leave some of this destroyed so I can keep killing these guys. Because I need way more infused use as it is. Oh, wow. He's got slow too, jeez. Man. They got all the infusions. Well, they definitely made the antlions way harder. They were honestly a joke to fight before they were infused. Because with the salty brood mother club, you just stun them every 3 hits, and you could just insta-kill them so easily. Give me my resources back. Why clay? And it's like as soon as you stun any of the normal ones. What new game plus you stopping at? Welcome in, Grim. Currently I'm gonna stick at 2 for a little while. I don't know how long. I don't think I'm probably gonna go much past 4, honestly. I feel like the challenge of fighting once I am no longer unlocking new things is not super appealing to me. I would do it in like a separate playthrough. I would have a lot of fun, but in my build world specifically, I don't think I'd be going past 4. Just because I don't need more of a challenge while building. I just want all the new cool stuff. But I'm probably gonna stick in New Game Plus 2 for a decent amount of time, just to keep working on things. Let that thing despawn, dang it. Hardest bug when infused versus normal not boss. Hardest bug when infused. Honestly, the dust mites are ridiculous. If you get a bad infusion on a dust mite, they'll literally kill you from a million miles away. They're incredibly difficult, and they're surrounded by so many other ones, you just get slowed, and then the infused ones never miss an attack, and it's pretty horrific. As weird as that sounds, if you haven't fought an infused dust mite, go do it. They're crazy. I ran away from an infused green shield bug earlier, but I guarantee those are really difficult too. There's still quite a few infused bugs that I haven't fought. The wasps were pretty easy overall. They're just annoying more than anything, not necessarily difficult. All the ants are super easy. These antlions? I had a spicy and explosive antlion yesterday, and it was insane. Because it doesn't have to hit you to do all, like if it just attacks the ground, it would still proc all of its abilities. It was miserable. Literally one of the worst things I've ever done. It was not a fun one. He destroyed like half of this area down here. I was like, okay, lesson learned. Pay attention to their infusions. But I think at some point I may have to like change the way this is designed to make sure these guys don't spawn up on top. Not a New Game Plus yet, so I can't. Same, I feel like there's nothing after New Game Plus and the bugs are get too OP. Yeah, that's kind of my opinion on it, at least for the time being. I'm not like a super hardcore fighting. The motto here is we build, not battle. So I don't need to make it excessively difficult since I really just want to build anyways. With like spots of combat thrown in. Bug is the hot dog. Darn ladybug larva. Just get a sizzle trinket and they're not that bad. Sprint distance? I never get it with anything good.
All geared up.
I hate the infused fire ants because they run away. That is the dumbest mechanic. I will agree with you 100%. It drives me insane that you can't catch them when they leave. They're not hard themselves, but man, everything else about them drives me insane. Just the fact that you get so close. And the larvae do it too. They're not quite as quick, but it drives me nuts that they just run away. Feels like pain. I feel like wasp drones or honestly roly-poly. I haven't even fought. I ran away. I just left a roly-poly earlier today that I saw was infused because I was like, I don't need that right now. I enjoy that they're there for the challenge, but Tully was whispering, my least favorite bug. Oh, I could really use a billy hog right now. Sound of a metal chair scraping across a stone floor breaks the silence. Damn. I'm gonna have to save this entire chat for your trial eventually. Time for bed. Need over 1,000 lint for my second floor. I easily use that. I know the feeling. If you're willing to change to... We need a judge first. I mean, I'll be the judge. The judge, juror, and the executioner. I'm asleep as it's 5:37, but I'll catch up with the stream later. No worries, Corey. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you're feeling better, by the way. Definitely no fun not feeling good. You guys are so rude. Ruining all my hard work. Pebblet Foundations was a mistake. They're so weak. More than anything. They wouldn't destroy everything else as easily. This is a great part about the handy net too. Who needs repair tools when you can just fly around and repair everything instantly? The new Ant Queen one's nice, but feeling a little better? Well, hopefully you wake up feeling even better than that. We miss your presence here. It's not the same with you being quiet, but definitely hope you feel better soon. It's over 9,000. The amount of burr is insane. Yeah, I've used a lot of it. Crazy storm just came out of nowhere. Golf ball sized hail instantly covered my whole lawn. Wow. Knocked your power out too? Dude, that's crazy. Kind of crazy. But no fun. Hope everything stays safe over there. I'd have to like run and get my car parked inside. Ugh, that'd be a nightmare. Go back to the top of this. Scared to look at my truck. Oh man. Yikes. Almost done with One Piece. Nice. I've never watched One Piece. I've watched a lot of other anime kind of stuff, but not quite my go-to most times. But there are some very good animes. I'll pretty much watch anything as long as it's good, honestly. One Piece is just daunting to start because there's so much of it. Consume my life for a very long time. Can't get into One Piece because of the art. Interesting. I'm just wondering if the handy net on Xbox haven't gone around to figuring it out yet. I'm pretty sure it's live and working. Can't say that 100%, but I haven't heard anything that it's not an option. Every single person should have the exact same version as well. There shouldn't be any differences between Xbox and PlayStation and stuff, other than the fact that the games may not run as cleanly. That's not right. That is... Oops. Oops. Get in there. Toradora is amazing. Haven't heard of that one. I'd started the live action Avatar, but I never finished it. In an isolated room, lit up with only one light, is one chair. On that chair sits one person. That person has his hands covering his ears and eyes. He's rocking back and forth, and you can hear him hum. You're scaring me now, Dan. What the actual F? All my Apex Legend coins just disappeared? That seems crazy. You probably should reach out to the customer service or customer support. Let them know they broke something. I got into Apex for a little while with some of my friends, but naturally, as soon as they got me into the game, they all stopped playing consistently. Or I just suck so bad decided they weren't ever going to tell me again. Yeah, my favorite studio is Ghibli. It is a very good studio. They do make pretty amazing things, honestly. Oh, I finished all of Naruto, Bleach, Attack on Titan, JoJo, and a lot more. Holy cow. Hey, he's alive! Or is this Dan on Crazy's computer? Questionable. How do we know if it's actually Crazy? That's the question. Keep doing that. This is supporting nothing. Get out of here. I looked up how to fix and it said I needed a receipt of purchases. I've been filtering those throughout the last 3 years of battle passes. I can't give them a receipt. Holy cow. That's ridiculous. They might be able to work out something for you, but man, that's a bummer. Nothing worse than losing progress or money. They made an animation and the original creator came back to stop the animation. How is this still being supported? Get out of here. What are we eating today? You guys hanging out? And the only correct answer is aphid. Some aphid jerky. Oops. Get in there. Soft tacos. I would say the only acceptable answer is tacos. Or Mexican food. Could eat that every day of my life. Without hesitation. Yeah, Crazy just said soft. Like, I've my suspicions are only getting worse from the answer. That he's not answering, I guess. Get in your home. That'll work. I can wake him up. Hypostasis. Also, weevil jerky. You can't eat weevils. That's not allowed. Pretty sure that's a cardinal sin. Unless it's a weefid? Nothing like a weefid. Lord have mercy. It's obvious I haven't had enough caffeine today. Loopy. Yeah, that'll be a new thing. Nothing like a weefid for dinner. Me and Crazy first met saying he's my friend now and we are having soft tacos. I remember that. Yeah, just wanted to say soft tacos. Or he's gonna say it now. And that's how we know it's Dan. It's always Dan. Uzin's windshield survived? Nice. That's a relief, because that would have been a bummer if anything happened. Like, just too close. It's not perfectly centered, but it's not bad. Wish I could chop this thing off. I'm so upset that they stopped selling white pineapple monsters in my area. Oof. I had to stop drinking energy drinks. I was drinking way too many. I was having one energy drink every morning, and I was just like, this probably isn't the best decision. It's a lot of caffeine. So I ended up getting a Ninja Thirsty, as they have an energy drink option, so you can make your own energy drinks. So I'm saving a lot of money now too, which is nice. Definitely not as tasty as some of the energy drinks out there, but better for my health. Man starts to speak, his voice shaking. You can hear him mumbling, but you can't make out what he's saying. Jesus. Uzin, you might have. There's some weird plot to kill the president going on in here. Crazy might be held captive currently. It's hard to know. He won't answer. Vance is back. Have you done the Pagoda bottom layer tutorial yet? No, I have not. Welcome in, Christy, by the way. I made the Pagoda tutorial and I utterly messed up the recording, sadly, and it did not turn out the way I would like. So I have to start over pretty much. I did that a while ago. I just been quite busy and haven't had the time. It's a very complicated video to make overall, to do it justice. But I had enough requests. I need to do it at some point. Why not the honeydew? Will make the meat tender. I just watched your video about how you started the Pagoda build. I'm struggling with starting the ceiling of the first floor. Any tips? I can run over there in a second. See if I might be able to show you something. Get an idea of what you're struggling with. Also, if you're not a part of it, the Discord is a great place to ask questions like that as well. More than happy to help on stream, but I can always answer off stream if you have more in-depth questions about the Pagoda build. There's an entire thread in there of helping one of the other people that was in stream earlier completely rebuild it from scratch. Go brush your teeth. Welcome in, Nick, by the way. Thanks for joining in. I'm gonna head out, y'all. Have a productive and prosperous night. Thank you, Riley. Thanks for hanging out. Good luck on the rest of your build. It's looking pretty good so far. Send those pictures tomorrow too, so I can give you some more feedback. Can head out to bed. Good luck on the build tonight. Thank you, Fusion. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Also, I believe you were one of the people who donated earlier as well, so I very much appreciate you. Yeah, you did. Thank you for that, Dono. I think there's the link to it for you. It's the one song that drives me nuts. There we go. That's more relaxed. Alright, we're coming together now. Oh yeah, let's go to the Pagoda base for... show some of this off. So you're saying, if you don't mind letting me know, you're struggling with this roof or ceiling? Tomorrow night? No worries, man. No rush at all. I will be here, don't you worry. Or at least be on Discord. I don't think I'm streaming tomorrow night. I'm going to be over at my parents' house for a birthday dinner, but I will 100% be on the Discord later tomorrow night. So I can definitely help you out. And Nick, let me know if this is the ceiling that you're struggling with. But for the most part, once you get the outer walls totally built, the ceiling or the floor of the first floor is just built off of this back wall. So all you have to do is place this, pick the center block, place this down, and build it out. I think some of these are slightly, you can see this one's slightly messed up because I think it's on a slightly different grid somehow, but that's all you have to do. Once you have the original walls set up, so like this is how I did it, is you take this center line, you take your, I think, burr floors. If you place a burr floor, just because it gives you, this is probably the best, it's also the straightest piece. And you'll notice even mine is not perfectly lined up. I mean, it's like there. So it's not, it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, but the closer you get to perfect, the better the whole build works out. Once you get this placed, then all it is just building walls like this. I mean, that's all it is. And then pick the height. Doesn't really matter what height you want. You just have to replicate this on all the different walls. And then once you get the back wall set up, it also has the same. I think the only one that's difficult is this one to line up because the pagoda is like not, it's broken here. As you can see, so there's a lot less to line up. This is the hardest one, but the back one has the same detail as this little thing. And then you just build what, 2 stairs? Yeah, I just did 2 stairs up, and this is just placed on that same thing. You can kind of think of it as like, that's the half block that I placed on the lower level. And from there, you build it all out, and these floors, you might be able to see it over here. These floors just clip into the other walls, and it's just rinse and repeat. So like all the floors are just all based off of, or on the grid of the back wall. Listen, I didn't get it centered properly, but it still looks okay. I'm upset I didn't catch it though. Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, I think this wall is a little janky on mine, and as you get higher in the build, those mistakes tend to show up a lot more. Because things like don't line up as well in the corners. So like you can see like everywhere that it's not like perfectly centered is like one wall was just slightly off. Definitely my favorite base, way better than starting one. Yeah, I really like this base. It works really well, and I'm glad people want to copy it because that was really fun. How did you get the wood in your walls at the entrance? Just this? These are just, at least I'm assuming that's what you mean. It's just a normal wall here. There's double thickness walls essentially, so the inner wall, and then there's a half distance, and then an outer wall, and that's what you see when you look through. Whoa, 1 sec, I'm lagging. Breaking the game. That's how you get this sort of recessed material in the mushroom brick in the concrete, and then it's just a half distance place there. Then the full wall is what brings it out a little bit, and that's just a door frame that you can build without the door. Wait, what? Did they add ceiling fans? Holy cow, I didn't know. Yeah, the Wasp Queen ceiling fans. They're a little silly, but I had these circles and they fit perfect, so I had to add them. Happy to help, Nick. And if you have other questions, the Discord's a great place to ask on there. It's a lot easier when you can send me screenshots and I can kind of coach you through it. I'm on the museum floor and it's been tedious. The museum floor was ridiculous. Honestly, one of the harder areas to build. Because this was the least cooperative area out of anything on the Pagoda, I feel like. And like the different levels in here were really hard to get lined up the way I wanted. It took a lot of effort. And this area completely changed as well. Like I doubled the thickness of things and removed and moved things. Lots of different changes. But glad you enjoy the build atlas. I love hearing that people are recreating it. And if you do make your own sort of changes and do anything interesting, feel free to join the Discord and shoot some pictures, because I'd love to see other people's ideas. I'm always interested in the... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now for real, I'll go to sleep. What? You're still awake? Crazy, man. I thought you went to sleep 20 minutes ago. You're pulling a crazy. But Night Velocity, thanks for hanging out, man. I'll catch you in the Discord in the morning. Oops, I don't want to eat all that. Oh, I'm out of aphids. We fight. Had to save Crazy, good. Glad he's alive. Get out of here. Why is there... Oh, wait, what? In what universe is there a fire worker ant? What? What? Why was he down here? That's so weird. I've never seen a fire worker ant out down here. Not even with some of the New Game Plus changes. I didn't know. Yeah, weird. I don't know. Whew, excuse me. I enjoyed a lot. Definitely altering some things because mine is a little lopsided. No worries. There are parts of mine that I just completely changed because some of the things just didn't line up the way I wanted them to. But I love that people like I'm gonna redo the. I got into too much depth when I was making the Pagoda base tutorial, and I think I want to like simplify it a lot because it was just getting way out of hand trying to describe all the weird things that I did because I built them in so many different like time periods that so many things changed. So I want to just show people how to make the basic framework of it, and then they can sort of fill in the blanks from there. So I don't really care if someone copies it piece for piece. I mean, I helped Velocity copy it nearly piece for piece, and he's just changed some of the interior decoration stuff. But I want to give people the framework so then they can let their own creativity kind of take over. Bless you. Oh, but I'm not a priest. I'm here doing the Lord's work, you know? Building the biggest, best grounded builds we'd ever done. I won't stop until I've firmly taken the title as best grounded builder. Gotta keep going. Still a phenomenal base. Always wanted to build there, and you've really made it possible. Thank you. The real person who made it possible is this British streamer. I honestly can't even think of his name right now. But he made nothing like this. He just built inside the pagoda, and I was like, wait, you can build there and there's a field station right there? Like, that's perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. And so I took his base location idea and then just ran with it, and it snowballed out of control from there, honestly. The only way to describe it. Do you not like having a water container under the straw? I did have one under there, and something attacked it and destroyed it. And I just was too lazy to rebuild it because now that I've got mantis fountains, I don't really care. But those the traps were guarding the water collection things until something broke it. I can't remember. I think a wasp attacked it and destroyed it or something. Made me cry. Oof, I'm almost out of Supreme too. Dang. Alright, back to the cathedral. Get out of my... I want my ghost handy nap back. It made life so much easier to get out of this area. I love my little handy nap hole. It's comical, but it's not very efficient. I still can't decide between these two. Wait a second. Haven't done much with the mushroom like this though, but that's kind of interesting. Even do like that. Welcome back, Fancy. Interesting. Come on now. That we can do. Hello? There we go. I don't hate those. I'm gonna have to look at those. Well, what's the deal with this Dan guy? Am I right? I read that and didn't realize it was you. First, I was like, who's saying that? Because if you just randomly came in and saw all your comments, I would be like, what's with this guy? He's kind of scaring me. He's got some a horror book in the making. And we're front row and center while it's being developed. Need one of these. Then we can do this. Not gonna lie, I got no ideas for my stump base. I always suggest building out foundations first. Don't think about it in terms of like, look at all these details that I have in my bases. Start out with a basic shape. Just use mushroom brick, something really simple to build with. The details and everything come later. At least the way I like to build, the details come much later. And like in terms of like an actual design process, like working in an architecture firm, you always start out with a really, really basic layout, and then as you build up a really generic sort of mass study, and then from there you start pushing and pulling and changing things. But nothing ever starts out at this level. Yeah, I want to do a stump base as well at some point. I like the fallen over. I've seen, if you haven't seen Burgle's Lost Logs, super good builder. Has tons of maybe smaller scale builds, but has some really cool stuff that you can look at. If you need ideas for like interiors and maybe more crazy bases, they have every idea. They have a base in literally every place you could think of building a base at this point. Like there's nowhere they haven't touched. Mainly TikTok, but I'm pretty sure they do have a YouTube as well. Very cool stuff on there. Gotten some very interesting ideas from them. But I always like building out like some type of foundation or flooring just to give me not necessarily a level area. Doesn't have to be flat, but like this, like I built the bridge just as a level. I built out the flooring and stuff before I built out all these towers. You kind of have to build exactly like how this is starting to look like. Just follow some terrain, build some stairs, build some floors, get sort of something semi-interesting, and then add things like this, and that's when it will start coming to life. Cold wind blows through an empty hallway. You hear it's a high-pitched whistle flow throughout the halls and into the now vacant room. How do you come up with these things? That's what I want to know. Are these just epiphanies you have? Are you pulling my leg and you've got like a book open and you're just reading out of it? Charcoal, why? And if you get something started, shoot some pictures in Discord and I'll give you some tips and tricks or help you out wherever I can. Maybe if you become a member, I can give like one-on-one. I describe as I see. I'm afraid of what you're seeing then. But maybe for like members I could do like, maybe I could become a building tutor and go into people's worlds for X amount of money an hour and help them build. Check it out. The stick controls with Nat on Xbox get slightly annoying. I don't doubt that. I very much enjoy being a PC player. I can't imagine how much more difficult this game is with a controller. Sometimes I really hate having friends. Kind of annoying sometimes. I don't disagree with you. My best friend is my buddy. When his dad passed away, he moved in with my family, and we've been brothers ever since. No one pisses me off more in the world, though. That dude drives me absolutely insane sometimes. It's like trying to herd a cat to get in touch with him these days. Oh, that's where it went. It's like one of these went away. I don't know where. My ground didn't need an update. I used my hotspot to get achievements. Nice. It's a good way to do it. Hopefully your friends aren't too annoying though, Fancy. Luckily you got friends here. One tower left? Oh man. And 12 ash cement. It's not a good sign. We need a lot more than that. Get out of there. Me and men call each other mean names. We are rude to each other, but we are family. Yeah. I mean, that's what friends are, right? Me and my friends used to roast the living crap out of each other. It was just part of it. That's how you know you're real homies. You can just roast each other and still have a good time and not get mad. Doesn't mean that someone might not take it too far, but... Still trying to get 100%, but I'm on New Game Plus now. Nice. I was very lucky. I got the 100% achievement before they switched everything around and then switched it back with the gold cards and stuff. But I had a lot of time. I have like 2,000 hours in this game. That's real friends, honestly, ain't it? Ain't it though? I was obsessed with this game. I got 100% ages ago. So obsessed that I did like 100% type things that don't even count, like getting every item in the game in one base, along with yeah, every item. Oh, I don't have the right trinket on. I got every item in the one base. I guess the only thing I don't have is a couple of the ant queen things currently because I ran out of parts and I forgot to dupe them like a genius. I got all the trinkets duplicated. I got all the standard 100% things. About a couple weeks before the update came out, I finally got the green shield bug gold card, so I now have all of those. It's one of those games I couldn't not 100% it. Keep getting 99%. Sometimes looking at some of the certain things, but you need all the scabs, you need all the data. You have to peep all the bugs. If you haven't peeped the crow yet, I'm pretty sure that's part of the requirement. As well as the ant queens and stuff. I feel like the crow, the koi fish, something you have to peep as well. Now, 12 a.m. and I'm officially an old man. Happy birthday, Uzin. I'm right there with you. Turning 32 in 48 hours, so I know the feeling. Officially a boomer. Mad scientist works for Burkle's Old Flipper. I saw that. I was watching Travis Gaming. He made a video on it earlier. Looked quite enjoyable. Oh, I needed 5 of those. What a genius. Didn't I? Dang. It is official the next calendar month. Oh, yeah. Well, for you. I'm West Coast, so still got a little ways to go. Happy birthday from all of us to you. That's all I got for you. Yeah, it's gotten down to the last thing, but I have to do the mixers again now. You don't... did you not finish them? Okay, boomer. Honestly, I feel that way all the time, though. Did you not finish them before you went to New Game Plus? Because if so, you do need to do the mixers to get 100%. If you already did them, I would guess that you may not have to, but can't confirm that. I'm not sure how the retroactive things work in that sense. Hey, get back there. I did all of them, so you don't have to redo them. All it does is re-unlock the door, same way as it does in the normal game. And there's one of the infused chests in there that you can get, but not necessary if you've already done it once, I believe. It'd be a bummer if you had to redo it. I doubt that's the situation, though. Scabbies can be an annoying one. If you're only missing 1%, the easiest thing to do is just get into here. As long as you don't have to do all these, but you do have to peep everything. I don't think these count towards 100% though. I'm not totally sure. I hope they don't, but then you'd have to get at least a New Game Plus 2 to get those. Make sure you got all this. If you have all this stuff, you don't have any blank things. This is only blank because I'm in a different playthrough. Make sure you got all this stuff. I'm assuming you need all these things as well. And make sure none of your sites kind of glitched out, because that is a thing that happens. Sometimes they don't register and you think they did. Oh, I'm out of rust too, man. I got some collecting to do tomorrow. We're out of everything. Guess I'll just get the blueprints placed and build the mushroom stuff. If you're not missing any of those things, though, my only guess would be the scabbies, and if you did all the mixers, you're good there. You don't need like trinkets and stuff. I'm trying to think of what else you could be missing. It's not much. Worst part about building with blueprints, they're hard to see sometimes. Did that go all the way over there? Cool. Wrong piece. Honestly, it's Java-matic time. Get her done. Java-matic's fun in New Game Plus. It was honestly way too easy in the normal playthrough. I do enjoy that that New Game Plus is a challenge. Sometimes it's a little abusive, but at the same time, the game, for me, needed something like that to spice it up. I do enjoy a good challenge, even if I suck at fighting in this game for the most part. Get in there. Get those out. So close, but so far. Where'd my music go? It's just the end of that song. It's really long. Nope. What is it? This? That. Go in your home, sir. Okay, that's all built. Get this. Oops. Dang, autosaves make everything lag. Rude. Do that every time. Going to switch the material and I go back to base. So close. Just want to get this last blueprint built out at least. Need a triangle floor. Small light peers through a crack in a brick wall. The light strikes at my eye as I'm sleeping. Turn the other side and now I'm face to face with my fears. Hey, why is the heart thing in the way? Black quickly engulfs me in its graph. Yikes. Honestly, you need to make like horror novels. Seems like you were born for it. It's like you're calling. Oh my gosh. Just keeps going. I'm heading to bed. Good night, everyone. Sleep tight. Don't let the aphids bite. Night, knife. Appreciate you hanging out tonight. For you. Hope you have a good rest of your evening. Catch you on the next one. Can't remember if you were one of the people or not who donated. It's not showing up in the upper things, but appreciate you hanging out, my friend. Hello? Blueprints hurt my eyes, man. built. Need some more mushroom here soon too. 3,000 seems like a lot, but it goes away fast. Alright, so we got all of these walls to do tomorrow. Actually, I'm probably not streaming tomorrow. Wait, never mind. Am I? I don't know. I don't think I have anything better to do, so I probably will be streaming tomorrow. Let's be honest. Once the kiddo goes to sleep, we game. I feel myself start to fade away as my worst nightmares displays in front of my very eyes. I try to scream, but it seems like I'm underwater or cold, feeling rushed over me. I feel the water enter my lungs. I try to surface, but no matter how much I swim, I'm in the same place. I shoot awake, terrified of what just happened. Are you like reliving your night terrors? Is this what's happening? Sounds good, Dan. Thanks for hanging out tonight. You've been a kick with all your funny commentaries and stories that are honestly going to give me nightmares tonight. Hope you have a great rest of your evening. Definitely appreciate you coming in, hanging out. You stole him, I guess technically. He may not be dead yet. I mean, technically you stole chat's president. He's their representative against my tyranny of power. They chose their elected president. They are indeed interesting. Good night, Dan. Mouse died in the Broodmother fight. I didn't last long. I wouldn't expect you to last long in that fight without a mouse. That's a toughie. It's hard enough as it is, but not being able to move or dodge or do anything does make it substantially more difficult. Columns. Oops. Go over here. I guess they're called pillars in the game. Same diff. And the roofs. It's coming together. Yeah. This turned out so cool. It's nothing more fun than when a build starts coming together. It's one of the most fun things about it. Lots of work to do still, but it's definitely taking shape. Literally gonna spend all day tomorrow, every free second I have at least when I'm not working, grinding more materials so I can keep building. Luckily the most intensive part of collecting ash cement's probably done. Oh, you stinker. Get over here. You do what you're told. Hurts my eyes looking at these. I can't hardly tell what I'm doing. Probably mess with a few little designs tomorrow as well, just because I want to figure out which one of these I like better, how to make some of these little things better before we chug on, keep adding new things. But it's definitely coming together. Wow. It's gonna be so much space. I'm gonna have to make a massive chandelier in this thing. I'm excited. I've been wanting to build a cool chandelier a bunch after I've seen some really interesting designs. Let's get this fixed. Pinecone, come on. And this. Oops. There, is that right? Yes, that's correct. Alright. Alright, I think this is a great stopping point for me tonight. Seems like most people are heading to bed. But I just want to appreciate and say thank you to every single person. A true sandcastle, honestly, right? That was the whole point. Just want to say thank you to everyone who donated tonight. Y'all are crazy. So much love and support. Really appreciate it. It definitely makes all this worth it and is very, very much appreciated. Does not go unnoticed at all. So thank you also everyone that just comes to hang out. You are absolutely appreciated. You make it all even more fun to do this on a nightly basis. If you're not currently part of it, you should definitely join my Discord. Got people in there showing off their builds. Want to make it the ultimate place for people to build and show off their creations, get ideas, talk about games other than Grounded as well, not just this one, since there's so many good building games out there. And eventually I will be playing some other games as well. But yeah, Reaper, thanks for hanging out. Atlas, Dan, Uzin, anyone else who's still here, I appreciate y'all. Here's a link to the Discord. Join in. Happy to give people tips, pointers, tricks, ideas, help them out with base ideas, anything and everything, really. But thank you for hanging out. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and I'm calling it there. See ya.